Okay. Now, do you see the presentation? Everything's fine?
Yes, yes, everything is fine. You can start.
Okay. So at the beginning, I will tell that the demo boat is constructed and by Elmar project and the partner of the project is Yacht Technology Association, and the name of demo boat, what how we call it? We call it as S boat. S means like self-service and boat. So that's why we make the shorter version of the self-service name. So self-service system for renting small electric boats, and the short name like S boat. And how we did it, I will tell more. But the truth is that electric propulsion helps with this to make this whole system more self-service. So what is this S boat? So first of all is a system. That's a system of maintenance-free rental of the vessel. So it can be also not only for the electric boats, but also for kayaks, pedal boats, SUPs, and others. In this case, we have electric boat, and this topic with electric boat is, I think, the most interesting now. What we have with this system, we have onboard computer, which cooperate with many parts on the boat, like with engine and with uh, with, uh, with a system to the boat. So all of that is on computer. Then we have also the position of the boat. We have a speed of the boat, and everything information is on computer. And then it also communicates with a boat on with a client application on mobile devices. And what problem do we solve in our idea? It's that human factor, which is problem most of the times in this with this process, where are the people, where is some harbor master, he comes and rent a boat, and in this process we don't have this problem with the harbor master. Everything is going like automatically. So then we have more time of availability of these vessels. That is also the problem that some harbor masters who rent a boat are in some hours. In the availability of the boat is also limited. Mm, and in this case, the time of this process is also long, because then sometimes we have to wait for harbor master. He would have a time to come and give us the boat, and in this case, we don't have this problem also. And also the prices we can charge for the boat on rental time is really how many minutes it goes, and in not only for full hours, but for example for 40 minutes, and then we pay directly the time we spend on the boat. And what kind of functionality we have on the system? It's, of course, the first thing is we can book it online in advance, so we can book the boat like few days before, or also we can book it like in online time. So, for example, we can check that now some boat is available, is free. So then we can like book it and go for like half an hour or 15 minutes to get to the boat, and then start to use it. So then we can make like short reservation, like half hour before, and it's free. Then it's booked, and then we have like half an hour to get to the boat and start to use it. And then we can start with boat automatically or without any service, without any harbor master, and then on all payments goes online. It also is possible to make some on one-way trip from one place to another, so we can use also the boat like small communication in the city. So we can see that there are some parts of application where we have a map, we have some information about where is the boat, how we can find some information, how many battery is on the boat, what is the maximum speed of the boat, what is the price for the time we spend on the boat using engine or without using the engine, like we can stop for a while and then we pay less for the time. So we can also, you see some trips in the stretching that we can use it in many canals and the lakes here, and make some one-way trips, which can take like half an hour or 2 hours. So that's what are some possibilities. Okay, what are the product market potential and customer? So one of the possibility how we can use this system is to launch the municipal watercraft system. So we can see kind of cases with also with the bikes in some cities where municipality invest money and make some kind of system for renting a bike. So we can do the same, or cities can do the same with this system for boats. Of course, we can also implement this system for existing floating rentals. So if there are some rental companies which already have a boat with electric engine and there exists some kind of rental businesses, so then we can implement the system with a computer on the deck to this companies and to this rentals companies and businesses. And another thing is to launch quite new and completely new one-point self-service rental. So we can, for example, have some hotel close to the lake, close to the river, and then this hotel can have some part of their business, this self-service rental of both next business. And yes, we can see some examples for the cities where this urban watercraft system can exist. For example, the good place for that is, of course, Amsterdam, Venice, Copenhagen, Stockholm, or Berlin. So it can be, of course, made by local governments or private investors. And in that kind of places and cities where a lot of tourists is coming to the city, can be really interesting and some good of business model. Yeah, as I said before, there can be exist floating equipment rental. For example, we can find that kind of rentals, and a lot of them are in Austria or in Switzerland. For example, in Vienna, you can find that kind of existing rental businesses, which can be where we can implement this system and computer on the deck and improve this business. And small rentals like close to the municipal beaches or water centers, some hotels, and and what kind of problems we solve and how we do this prototype. First, we find a hull which is made by really resistant material. We find that's from polyethylene. So this is a hull for 6 to 8 person. We can get like 4, 5, 3, 4 knots of speed. The shape of the hull is displacement, and the deck of the hull, it's an open deck. a boat, and of course we should find it in good price. We also think about make the own hull from aluminium and make a catamaran for maybe some next boats of that, which would have the better shape of the hull then, and it helps then with do all stuff inside. And what we choose is now is a hull of Contra 450 from polyethylene, so we can find some more tests on the water with this boat. Our core is blue. We can see on the left side that there is engine and the cable going from engine to batteries, and a drive. We choose, of course, electric engine. It's electric drive. It's a pod drive. What we are interested in to have everything under the water, or the engine, and going out from water only like a cable. So without any top parts and giving a speed of 3-4 knots with this hull. And of course, what was important for us, it's a good price. What we choose, it's drive pod 4, drive from company ITEC. It has like 48 volts and 4.3 kilowatts. It's a quite big engine, and I think for the next one we can also choose like smaller engine, especially if we choose like hull of catamaran, then we don't need so big engine for that with that power. So we can see how we put this engine on into the boat. So we see here that all the parts, all the engine is under the water, and we have only one pod and cable going up from the engine to the batteries. And what batteries we choose? Of course, we also look at the good price, and now, of course, in good price, we choose AGM batteries, and there are 4 that kind of batteries, which can give us 4 to 5 hours sailing with the ITEC engine on this Contra 450 hull. And of course, everything depends of the speed, how we use the engine and which speed we sail. We have 48 volts engine, that's why we need 4 batteries of 12 volts. Then we choose also, and we have 4 separated chargers of 12 volts. So our choice was 4 batteries AGM with 90 ampere hours. Would give us a good price and time of using the engine. Yeah, that's what are the most parts of what we do. Some details, we are still under the construction of the boat, and more details like how the application works are still in progress. We already are at the finish, but implementing all the parts, and I think in next few months we'll have all the details, and the system will be ready to use and test. Yeah, that's all.